All right, so let's get into our predictions, y'all. This is where G's heart's about to be broken.
Okay.
I'll start with you, Steph, while G looks that up. What you got going in the JMU Oregon game?
Well, I'll be brief on that one. We've looked at all those schedules, strength of schedule. I think you throw all that out the window. Oregon has experience in a playoff team. They are better, irrespective of all those other variables. So I'm taking Oregon to go against Texas. Now, do you want me to go down to Bama next?
We'll go one game at a time. I agree
Okay,
with you
where
on
were you?
Oregon.
Oh, okay.
I agree with you on Oregon. What you got for us, G?
Okay, so Texas Tech spent $28 million on NIL. So,
Yeah, they didn't play. They didn't play.
Nope.
so you're asking, what was your question?
Oh yeah. So back to the picks. Picking the JMU Oregon game.
Oregon.
So that's unanimous. Alabama, Oklahoma. And this is recorded too, so don't act like y'all said something else when
No.
it comes.
No, and OU, I say in a close one. Normally, I wouldn't pick a team that had to play someone else twice, as you mentioned, Guru. It wasn't such a hot football game, but OU seems to bring it through with the playoffs. Bama, I just don't think they're there yet this year. I think they've gotten in. They're going to show that they belong also, regardless of whether they should have got in. It doesn't mean they didn't belong. I just don't think they're going to win. I think OU in a close one.
But Guru, you're going to let your jaw
I'll go last on this one. Go ahead, G.
Guru, your jaw's getting ready to drop. I think Alabama's going to win because I believe the second meeting is just going to be different. It's hard to win twice.
It is.
Yeah, and I believe that Alabama that was playing in the middle of the season is going to show up.
I want to say that Alabama will win. I just do not trust Ty Simpson. I don't. Oklahoma's one of the top defenses in the country. In fact, their 9th-ranked defense, he can't hold up under any type of pressure. At Norman, Mateer, the quarterback for Oklahoma, is healthy now. He'll benefit from this break because remember he was just kind of rounding back into form from his injury when they went to Tuscaloosa. Wasn't quite there yet, but he was a little bit better. I got Oklahoma in a blowout, actually. I think it'll be similar to the Georgia game.
A blowout?
Yep. I think I got it similar. Alabama won't be able to move the ball. Only thing that might keep them in the game is their defense, but I think Oklahoma's quarterback is – when he's healthy, their offense is way better. I think he's way better than Ty Simpson. I think their offense, with him healthy, is better, can beat Alabama's defense. I got Oklahoma not even close.
Okay.
Tulane and Ole Miss.
I'm going to go with Ole Miss, even though I guess both of those teams have things to think about how to manage what they manage. I'm going to go with the fact that Ole Miss, and even though it's messy, with Lane Kiffin going, fans being upset, people are playing for respect in the playoffs. You also have, especially even if they don't do as well, you still got people who are playing for transfer portal stuff as well. Some people who know they're not going to stay at Ole Miss that could even follow the coach to Lane Kiffin to LSU. I just don't think Tulane is quite ready yet. Tulane, I think, will play well. I'll give them a good first half, and I think Ole Miss pulls away in the second half. Their defense is solid, but I think it's going to be good enough to get the job done.
Got you. That is my upset special. I'm going to Lane in that one. Ole Miss players checked out.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I kind of agree with you too.
Wow, y'all are serious?
I'm dead serious. Soon as I saw it, I'm like Tulane. Soon as I saw the bracket.
Well, didn't they play earlier in the season?
Yeah, I think Ole Miss beat them pretty good too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, they did. But I do
And
believe, Tulane. I think there's less disruption in Tulane's world than Ole Miss's world, and I think I'm
mm-hmm,
thinking about the psychology of the game, and I just
mm-hmm,
think Tulane's going to probably come out in a better headspace, and
I
that's going to
agree.
probably be enough.
Wow.
I agree. And
That's actually a big. That's still even under the circumstances. That's a big upset, I think.
And
That's a
it is a
huge.
big upset. It absolutely is. And of
Yeah.
all the environments for the first round games, that will be the least intimidating home field out of the first round games.
Oh wow, that's right. Because the first round they play on campus. That's right.
I
Yeah, 'cause
mean,
they're
Oxford,
playing in
I don't think
Mississippi.
anybody's afraid to go to Oxford. They're like, oh, the Oxford crowd. I think Tulane will be fine.
Mm.
Yeah, they will. They got dog walk 45 to 2.
I know. They'll be ready. And then we
Yeah,
got Miami and Texas A&M. Ooh, I haven't decided yet, so this will be I got to figure it out before I come up here. What you got,
Well,
Steph?
big dude.
again, and I'm going with gentlemen. I am going with not just the home field. I just think Texas A&M is playing better football right now. Miami's getting it done. Texas A&M has a stronger overall team. I think in some of your notes you put in earlier for us, and I won't say obviously Texas the most complete team. I think in this situation Texas is the more complete than Miami. So I am going with Texas A&M, the Aggies, in College Station. They also beat Notre Dame, they beat Mizzou, and they've gotten better since then. I really think that Miami has played its best football. Texas A&M.
Hmm.
Damn, big dude, did them like that.
Yeah.
Well, this is how I look at it. I, I think that with this time off, Miami get his head together and quit making those bonehead decisions. I think they can pull it out.
Mhm.
Mm,
I think they could pull it out, and that's a big if, because a lot of times when you start making a bonehead decision that they made, a lot of times
mm.
that's habit, and it takes a little time to break habits. But if they can fix it, Miami will win. Do I believe they will fix it? I doubt it. So I'm going with Texas A&M.
Got you. While it was shocking to hear out loud that Miami had probably played its best ball, I do agree with you, big dude. I'm going
Mhm.
Texas A&M.
Wow.
And again, I don't trust Carson Beck. Overrated.
Oh, okay. Can't say I
Well,
know a whole lot about him. I haven't seen him play a whole lot. It just
Yeah, he's the
I
old
haven't
Georgia
seen.
quarterback. He was the Georgia quarterback.
Right,
you're
but
right.
I mean this year.
He started out all right.
It's the same old crap you saw at Georgia. Same old stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
That dude is a
Well, I
Ryan.
tell you what, if
He's
that's
a
the
Ryan.
case, then that,
What was
yeah.
the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons name? What's his name?
Matt Ryan.
Yes. He was the
Oh, Matt
best.
Good,
Ryan.
good comparison. Good comparison.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey, Carson Beck's biggest accomplishment was the twins down there. Was he dating one of those what's their name? The Cavenger twins or something like that?
Oh
Oh,
wow.
He wasn't dating the twins. He was dating one of them. But I'm just saying.
bro, I was getting ready to say.
Nah. But that was his biggest accomplishment in transferring. All right, second round. Again, based on who you had picked previously. We got Texas Tech versus Steph. I think we all had Oregon. So Texas Tech or Oregon.
Oregon.
Right. Well, I'm sticking with the theme, and this is the old school part of me. And I don't know, I don't know what y'all would call this, but I think as good as Oregon is, I'm going to be honest with you, and maybe I'm seeing something different. I think this comes down to a couple of things. I think it comes down to Oregon, somebody matching Oregon's athleticism on offense, which many people can't. But I think in this front seven, you have Texas Tech with their strong D and their outstanding play. I think they're going to force some turnovers. I think you're looking at a game where Oregon's probably going to score more points than normal, but I think Texas Tech is going to make the plays they need to make. I am choosing Texas Tech.
They said Texas Tech has the best front seven in the country.
Yeah,
Who's that?
yeah. I don't think Oregon has seen that enough. I've seen they have a young quarterback who is outstanding. They have wide receivers that are outstanding, but their line is not as good as they have been. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Dan Lanning, I don't understand what the big fuss is as him as a coach. I don't know why he's a top coach.
Ooh, I like him, man. I like him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like him. He just seems to be. I wonder would he be like with less resources and less talent. My thing is that the talent doing the work, or is he really making the choices? Like against Penn State, Penn State had a chance to beat him. I'm not so sure what he did to help them get over the hump. I don't know. And you also brought these notes up as well. Who is it that can get punched in the face? Because I think Oregon's going to get punched in the face. I don't think that they recover well from getting punched in the face.
They don't. But one thing about Lannon, Nick Saban coaching tree.
Yeah,
He's a hell of a recruiter.
yeah.
And I think he will ultimately be Alabama's coach at some point.
But I think he's a better recruiter than he is a game coach. That's yeah. So, and there's nothing wrong with it.
All right, against PSU.
Yeah. Hey, I would have taken it. Hey, I would have taken them, but guess what? They messed that up. That's a whole nother show. That's right. Let me stop.
Yeah, that's a whole other situation.
That's a whole
other situation.
And now Michigan, maybe Michigan. Anyway, I'm taking Texas Tech.
Got you.
This is the reason I'm going after Oregon. I think Oregon will win. It's because they lost to Indiana by 10. So they put up a decent fight.
Okay.
So yeah, they are. So they're definitely not going to just be a pushover. And I don't think Texas Tech. Who has Texas Tech seen like an Indiana?
Toughest
game's been BYU, man.
And they beat them. And they beat them twice. And this is what I was going to say too. They did. Not too many people beat a team. People can say what they want about BYU. This is one of the best teams in years. And they blew them out twice. And they just beat them. Yeah. BYU didn't come close.
Texas Tech is legit. Texas Tech is absolutely legit. They're not ranked fourth by accident. That 4 seed is legitimate. That 4 seed is absolutely legitimate. So you say you're going Oregon, G?
I got Oregon.
You think it's going to be a close game?
I'm going Oregon too.
You all think it's going to be a close game?
Hell yeah, it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I think Texas Tech will have a chance to win it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but I'm going Oregon. Texas Tech just hasn't played. They look great in the games that I've seen. Do not get me wrong. They look like a team. Like they look like they should be in a Big Ten or a SEC. They play like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't played it. So show me. They're gonna have to show me.
They're kind of like they have the. And I hate to say this. They have a perception that's worse than the Big Ten in terms of how powerful the Big 12 is as a conference.
I agree with that.
So they're going to be fighting against that. I mean, yes, they beat ranked Utah. Houston, I think, is now ranked. The ranked BYU. So they're definitely going to be a tough team. This is going to probably be the best quarterfinal game.
Yeah.
If March Madness is any indication, this might be the best game of the quarterfinals. I just think Oregon is going to pull it out because they just so high powered. It'll probably be a high scoring game, I think.
I can see that.
Right. And I just think that, like I said, because Oregon's so good, they'll make the plays. The question is going to be, like I said, and y'all I'm sure probably disagree, but to me, if it comes down to coaching, Texas Tech wins.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not blown away by Lanning. Yeah, I'm not blown away by Lanning. I'm just saying I like him. I don't like. I wouldn't pick him if I got to win a game for my life. I'm not picking him as my coach.
Yeah, I like him too. I like him too, but I just think that sometimes the apple is what the apple is polished on a few things.
So, and I don't disagree with you like 100%. That's kind of a toss up to me. I'm kind of taking Oregon from past experience, being in these moments. That's kind of the edge. Like, I think Texas Tech might be a better team, to be quite honest with you. I just don't know if they're that's the big stage now. And I just
Yeah,
think
that's
Oregon
the
coach
Orange
has
Bowl.
been there. I think they've been there, and I just think it's going to be different.
Yeah,
But
because
I
I won't cry in my beer that I hardly drink anymore if Oregon wins. I just think this is Texas Tech's time for that.
I would love to see. I would love to see Texas Tech win, but I just don't
Fair
think
enough.
so. But Oregon can be had. That's one thing I don't like about Oregon. Whenever you think they perfect example. Now I knew they were going to get blown out last year by Ohio State, but they were like, "Oh, Oregon, like you about to get trashed." But let y'all think y'all about to go do this because they basically y'all gave them the game in Eugene when the time ran out right on old boy, basically, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, you played close, but only because you were at home and Ohio State wasn't at their best and kind of mismanaged the time. So that second time that came around, anyways, my point is Oregon doesn't ever really seem to show up when you think they're going to finally show up. They might show up this round, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Anyways, Oklahoma, Indiana. Intriguing matchup, by the way.
Indiana.
Very intriguing.
Right. Well,
now
I picked Indiana. You know.
Oh yeah, I think we're unanimous, Indiana, but it's an intriguing matchup from the perspective of Oklahoma's defense. And I don't know how much you've seen them play, but that defense, man, it is not. It's not nice. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't an easy pick at all. Because I see this coming down to the wire. To me, this is the game that everybody's going to talk about. Because we're going to find out how good they really are. Because Indiana's going to get punched in the face on this game. They might get punched in the face twice. But I think they can get up off the mat in this round off of that. In this round.
That's fair. That's fair, I think. Because, be it Oklahoma, Alabama, I'm like, I think they will rise up because it's Indiana. Indiana has been a doormat for so long. I think that some of these folks' egos is not going to let them take Indiana seriously. And I think they're going to be up.
Yeah, I think they might get punched in the face, but Indiana does some punching back in the face.
Exactly.
I don't think that's going to be like people might think it's going to be. Oklahoma's going to provide some resistance only because of the defense. It'll be more than a 2-touchdown win. It'll look close because it's going to be really physical, but it won't be. Look at that. You know what that's like? Rocky Apollo Creed, what you saw last week. That Indiana-Ohio State game. Anybody you fight after that ain't nothing.
Right.
Indiana. Next.
Yeah, Indiana.
Tulane and Georgia. Do we need to even
Georgia?
I'm sorry, I got Tulane and Georgia. I'm sorry. I think y'all might. Well, you got Tulane too, right?
I had Tulane, yes.
And I had Ole Miss. I'm going with Georgia easy on this one, though.
No, I'm gonna tell you this: if Ole Miss is in that game, I would have picked Ole Miss if they made it that far, but they ain't gonna be that. I don't think. I'm going Georgia.
Yeah, me too.
Texas A&M and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Not the words I want to say, but
yeah. Well, I'm going with the FIs.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going with the FIs.
I got to be all that.
I'm going with Marcel Reed and the Aggies.
You know, it's funny because I don't have any real reason to hate Ohio State, really, other than that.
You do.
We never even played them.
Yeah, you do, Steph. Penn State. Yeah, you do. You should hate them.
I had to learn to hate them. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead with Ohio State for sure. And I think it'll be quite a game. But I think it'll be quite a game for 3 quarters, and Ohio State pulls away.
I'm gonna tell you why Ohio State gonna get beat, and I like him a lot. I think I like him more than you, G. Saying gonna let him down.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm kind of. I hate to say it this way because it's going to sound like a cop-out. One of the things that I like about the Indiana loss is that it forces Ohio State players to look at themselves, to realize that teams are not going to just roll over because they're Ohio State, because on paper they have the best talent in the country right now. People are not they're not going to just roll over. And now that Indiana has beat them, be it Texas or Miami, they're coming with a whole different mindset that okay, the Giant can be beat. And I believe that Ohio State is going to come with the with the mindset, we're not letting this happen again.
That is a program that you do not want to piss off for sure. I think we saw that last year.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody after the Michigan game last year, it was bad news for whoever was in the way after that. There was no close games after that, right? I mean, Notre Dame fought a little bit in the chip, but it really wasn't.
Yeah, and our goal is to get to the chip because it's the chip, but we want that rematch.
Okay, so we're left with Steph. You picked Texas Tech, right?
I did.
All right, so Steph, you got Texas Tech versus Indiana.
Ooh.
Who you rolling with?
Well, again, my theory with the defense. It stays, and here's my. I guess y'all can call it because I think Fernandez is going to have his worst game as a college quarterback in this game, and they won't be able to get hit in the face by 1, 2, or 3 times. And let me tell you something: Ohio State, Indiana is going to deliver their blows as well. Texas Tech delivers one extra one with the pressure that they're going to put on Mendoza. So
you got Mendoza going out like that. You got the Heisman Trophy winner going out like that.
I think it's a Vinny Testaverde in an earlier stage going out.
He does remind me of Vinny Testaverde. That's a good comparison.
Yeah, that's what he reminds me of. And
bad comparison.
Vinny, oh man, Vinny was a monster. You know, Vinny was a monster for a minute.
Yeah, I have to give it to him. We got him though. You know what I mean?
You did get him.
Yeah, he had 5 interceptions. Yeah, I think this is going to be quite a game, and I think Texas Tech pulls it out with their defense, probably on even something like a defensive play. But I just don't think that Mendez is going to be able to. And their offensive line is good. It's not like they're good, but they have not played anybody like this.
Okay, you got Texas Tech in the chip. All right, Big Steph.
Mm-hmm.
What you got going, G? Well, I know what G got going because he biased. But
I have them in the semifinals, right?
Well, I had
you got them
in the semis.
You got them in the chip.
Yeah, and I think they're playing.
Tech. I do have them in there.
Are we? We're picking the semis, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got them in the chip, there, Steph.
Texas Tech.
You got Texas Tech in the chip.
Oh wow. Okay. Yes, that's correct.
Oh well, yeah.
I'm going
for Indiana just because I want a rematch. But honestly, I just don't think Texas Tech is going to match up with Indiana.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Indiana's got to play a couple more games to show people because we hear Indiana and it's like somebody going to punch them in the mouth, somebody going to show them something. They ain't going to show this team. It's only one team that can show this team, and they just played them. Indiana ain't going out like that, I don't think. But I'm going Indiana as well to get to the chip.
You know, you talked about something, big dude, about coaching, and I think that's a plus for Indiana.
I'll give it to you on that.
Is real.
Yeah.
He is the real. I hope he stays, man. I know he's staying immediately, but I hope nobody poaches him away in a few years because that could be something.
I think Cignetti is good. I think he's good, man.
And I would love to see another power established in you guys' conference like that. I think that's great for college football. It's great for your conference because I think UCLA is going to be back. I think USC is going to be back, and then you got a deeper conference, man. You know,
right?
So I would love to see that. Steph, you had Ole Miss, right? Beating Georgia.
Yes. No, I had Georgia.
No, so we all had Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody had Ohio State except me. So Georgia, Ohio State, Steph, who you got?
Well, one of the questions you had in your preliminary comments, and you probably don't agree, as being the SEC, I don't know as much about it, but it just seems like Georgia has more get them done guys. They can get it done balanced. I would say Georgia, as good as Ohio State is, I just think Ohio State stops right there. And I think Georgia wins in like an overtime game. And I got Texas Tech and Georgia in the chip, which sounds crazy.
Whoa, that sounds crazy.
You know, Steph, I hope you have ingrown toenails for the next for even saying some stuff like that.
That's nasty work, G. That's nasty work right there, man.
Right. Hey, don't wish that on me, G. Wish me something else, man. I've had my share of ingrown toenails. Don't do that.
Until I had one, I had no idea what it was. That's nasty work right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I go to the doctor every 2 months, brother. But
oh my God.
My thing is,
okay, I don't wish that on you.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Maybe an ingrown hair on your beard. How about that?
All right, I'll take that one. There
you go.
But Ohio State is supposed to win this game. My thing is with Georgia and us getting down to it and a good coaching matchup, I think there are really no intangibles for either team. I just think out of the SEC and like I said, they both had difficult championship games and everything. I think Georgia just has a little bit more will with Ohio State with their defense and Georgia with their. I think it's the same type of game. I think you're talking like a 20-17 game.
I just think Ohio State is going to win because they're mad.
Because they're what?
They're mad. They're gonna look at all the tape. They're gonna get their stuff together. They're gonna identify what went well against Indiana. What that they can improve on, what dropped off, what did they normally do that they didn't do, and they're going to get back to that.
But here's the problem:
running the table.
But G, here's the problem.
Because of this, I just truly believe it, even if I was a Bama fan.
Right. But back to what Guru said earlier. I'm just saying. Julian, just saying, it ain't going to. That's where the check. Ohio State does not get the check with the quarterback. They do not, because I don't think he's ready for that type of challenge. I really just don't think so. I think that's the bottom line. Where the biggest difference is with the quarterback. Even the guy you had last year, you know, he had a spirit in him where he just wasn't going to lose. You know, they need this quarterback to come through. They have the wideout. They got people that, good Lord, who does Ohio State have? They got that freshman, Bo Jackson. And then you got the one wideout.
Who doesn't Ohio State have? Who doesn't Ohio State have on offense? Jeez.
Yeah.
He has to show up. He has to. If he has to,
Yeah, it's the quarterback.
He does. He has to play much better. He has to be able to adapt. I don't think he adapted well to Indiana. I don't even think he adapted to Indiana.
And some of that's got to fall on the coaches. I mean, I don't know how much you can get done that quickly, but some of that's got to, you know what I'm saying? So,
I know exactly what you're saying.
Now, that's not the matchup that I had, but I want to chime in on that. If that were the matchup, I do think Sayin would struggle, but I think Georgia's offense is just not that good. And I think Ohio State would win field position all night and probably turn the quarterback over a couple of times. And Sayin wouldn't even have to do a whole lot other than just not turn it over himself. But I ain't got Ohio State in that game, so it don't matter. Georgia's going to the chip.
Wow.
They'll easily beat A&M.
Wow, indeed, big dude.
And I don't even want to say that. I don't even think this is my problem with Georgia. I don't even think they're like one of the top 6 teams in the country this year. I just don't think they're that good, but they find a way to win. I mean, the score against Alabama was bad, but Georgia wasn't great in the SEC chip. This is not like Georgia was great. Alabama was just so bad. So
well, you know, maybe Georgia, if you like a scale of 1 to 10, is Georgia just like a 7 or 8 in all phases, coaching, special teams?
That's a good,
because of that was what made them so good.
Yes. Because if they had a quarterback, if Georgia had a quarterback, easy, man. But they ain't got no
Why can't
quarterback.
they? But why can't they get one? This is what I don't understand. Why
I
can't
don't
they
know.
get
That's
one?
a good. I think it's the style of offense that they play. Like you're not gonna go there and be like the number one pick in the draft type cap. I mean, when's the last time Matthew Stafford's the last quarterback that came out of Georgia that's doing anything, and that was a long time. Matthew Stafford been in the league about 20 years now.
Yeah, he's in there.
So, I mean, unless I'm missing somebody, can y'all think of anybody that's from a Georgia
No.
quarterback? So, did I pick the previous game? I have Indiana in the championship. I think I skipped over it. I got Indiana playing Georgia.
Right. Yeah, because you picked
Sorry, G.
Indiana.
And G, I'm gonna say this, man. I do think Ohio State's the best team in the country, but
Yeah,
But you got
something
they
ain't,
are
something ain't
if
right.
it wasn't for the quarterback, G, Ohio State would easily be the most complete team in the country. And I still think that they just about the quarterback part is what I'm not convinced about, to be honest with you.
Something
Well,
just didn't look like your offense did not look right to me. And I watched you guys quite a bit. Like nobody held down Jeremiah before, and I don't know if it was the quarterback not seeing it because he had that mismatch on that little dude. Remember, I text you like his old high school teammate.
Think about the majority of the passes saying were throwing.
Yeah, he was under pressure. He was under a
He
lot
was
of pressure.
pressure quite a
Yeah.
bit, and there wasn't an adjustment. It didn't feel like there was an adjustment on the line, and
Mm-mm.
somehow, so I don't know what the O line coach was telling them. I mean, obviously they playing their hearts out, but schematically, I don't know. It just didn't feel like normally there's an adjustment. If you watch Ohio State play, they'll adjust the
yeah,
second. They
always.
and then
Always.
roll people. And I don't know what happened. But you know what? I can't take anything away from Indiana. This is what go back to what Steph was saying, the importance of coaching. I
Yep.
think Indiana
Absolutely.
studied Ohio State very, very well and was prepared, probably even prepared for the adjustments and the team.
Yeah.
Those players, I think at this level, it's less about physical difference and more about your decision making. And I believe
Mhm.
Indiana players are just making some very, very, very good decisions.
And that
Yeah,
coach was not gonna. He was not gonna let them lose that night. That coach, he was not
No,
gonna let them lose. And it seemed like the defense, going back to the pressure, got better. As
oh
the
yeah,
game went along, it's like the pressure just ramped up more and more. And I never seen, like you said, I never seen Ohio State not figure it out. And then they're on that last possession, and I'm thinking they didn't fix this at halftime.
right,
I was like, whoa.
right.
So
well,
And I
that's
don't know
why
if
I
y'all
went to sleep.
what you say.
That's why I went to sleep because I said, here they are. They got the adjustment. They got it figured out this last. And I'm like, because I had to help somebody get to work. Your boy DJ, Guru. So
man, that game was so good. I was mad when it was over. That's how good that
It
game
was
was.
painful. It was good. Painful.
God, that was such a good game. Like it was so good. I didn't really have nothing nasty to say to you. It was a great game. Oh, and something you
Oh, I
said
was
earlier,
waiting
G,
for the
about the
test too.
adjustments. You said something about the adjustments earlier. Y'all still almost won that game. Y'all
yeah,
still almost won the game. You had the game still.
yeah.
You
When I
know, one
woke
of
up,
the things I
I
was
thought I was
fussing
dreaming.
about. What you say, Steph?
I said when I woke up, I thought I was dreaming when I saw the score because I fall asleep with the TV on.
Indiana thought they
I
were
said, "There's
dreaming
no
too at the
way."
podium.
That's what I said. I said, "This is stupid. Everybody knows Ohio State's going to take it and shove it right down their throat that last drive, like you said, by figuring something out." So I say the O line and everything. My thing is, I mean, if they want to make a war out of it, Ohio State can win the war for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that kid Bo Jackson, I think he's going for them to have a chance. He's going to have 4.5, 5 yards of carry.
penalties too. Don't forget there were some uncharacteristic Ohio State penalties on key plays, calling plays back a few times that
Yeah.
got saying in third and long. And you like the games I watched, you guys weren't in third and long that often. That's how you beat Ohio State. If you can get saying in third and long, and any quarterback's different, right? You get them in third and long with pressure. No quarterback's going to be able to sustain that for a whole game. And he had pressure in situations like that throughout the game. So I don't see Ohio State being in 2 games like that.
I don't either. And on defensively, I remember just fussing at the screen like, why are you constantly rushing 3?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm
And
like,
I'm
he's got plenty of
3.
time. Yeah, they were rushing 3 people. Especially after you almost knocked them out on the first play. I'm thinking, bring heat.
Yeah.
I thought dude was dead on the first play.
Now you constantly rush. I mean, of course they did some 4s, but I expected more blitzes. I mean, this is Mendez is
He got
not.
outcoached. He got outcoached,
He's
man.
a good quarterback.
Yeah,
The
he
dude
got
will pick you
outcoached.
apart. He will run on you. So it's like, yo, you have to tighten him up.
Yeah,
And you can't
I
tighten
thought they
somebody
did.
running 3. Huh?
That tells a lot about him because after that first hit where I thought he was dead, and he came
No.
back in, man. Any other quarterback would have been hearing footsteps the rest of the night. Dude ain't even care.
Nope. He just played his game. Like I say, it's something. It's up here. I think when you get to this level, is who's making the best decisions on the field. In Indiana, their coaching, the players, they made the best decisions.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so we got the championship game. Steph, you got Indiana and Georgia?
Texas Tech and Georgia.
I'm sorry, Texas Tech and Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia in a good football game, but I think Georgia slugs it out. When you're going against and here's the good part, Guru, about having a good quarterback that just you don't have to rely on throwing. That Georgia team can win a slug out with a good front 7. That's the way to beat. They said, how do you beat a good front 7? You got to slug it out with them. Yeah,
Georgia likes that. They like playing like that.
Yeah, and that's why I think they're going to win. I don't think that Georgia is going to be. I'm thinking of maybe 29 to like a 18, 29, 17 game or something like that. But I think Georgia slugs it out. Georgia, they know how to box. That's why I want to give it to Georgia. And again, do they play great football? They don't, but they do certain things well. One thing they do well is slug it out.
I even need to ask you, G?
National champs.
You don't. And I'm actually being objective. It may sound like I'm being a homer.
It's okay.
Because
you sound subjective as hell. You sound like you want to go suit up. You so mad about last week. You can't wait for Ohio State to play again.
I can't.
I don't think either one's going to get there. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying everybody talking about they mad at each other. They might be mad. They ain't gonna get to see each other.
That's deep. That's deep stuff.
Whatever you drinking, I want some.
Okay.
Well, y'all. Well, G. Well, I had y'all out 2 rounds ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got Georgia playing Indiana for the chip, and Big Steph. Me and you's on the same page. The Georgia Bulldogs win it again.
Yep.
I think Georgia just finds a way to win. They ugly it up.
Yep.
The matchup against Indiana, I struggled with it a little bit, but then I became a homer. I'm like, SEC ain't tougher than the Big Ten. If I had Georgia playing Ohio State, I'd have Georgia winning it for the same reasons you had, Steph. But Ohio State will be long gone, and I got them taking out Indiana.
Right.
Kirby wins it again. Kings of the SEC and of college football. And the SEC will be back because that's all we got because Bama ain't it right now.
Right.
You said you being a homer now.
Oh, I'm absolutely being a home. But I do think that they're a little bit too tough for Indiana. Now, this is the one thing I will say about that game. Georgia has trouble scoring. And I think it'll be a very low-scoring game, which means that penalties, field positions, mistakes can doom somebody if that ends up being a matchup.
Why do you think that? Oh, never mind. You think Indiana won't be able to score because of Georgia's front?
Georgia's defense should be able to hold them pretty well, and Georgia's offense is not prolific at all. I mean, because if you look at the SEC championship game, the way Alabama played, Georgia should have beat them 42-0.
Right. And see, Georgia doesn't do a whole lot of explosives, but they do get them. That's the difference.
Yep. Oh, yeah, they're there.
A whole lot of explosives, but they do get the explosives.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that put them further. When you give Georgia 14 points, the defense 14 points, it's kind of tough on you. And then you get to maybe.
Oh, yeah. You get down 2 scores against them, it's pretty much a wrap.
Yeah.
I knew after the first 2 touchdowns, I started doing something else. I had the game on, but I knew.
So
all I heard in the background was Ty Simpson and he's sacked. That's all I kept hearing. I'm like, man, this is gonna be a long. Is it the fourth quarter yet? Because this is gonna be a long, long night.
So you believe that this is going to be a defensive game, and that both of their offenses are not good enough to like really put up numbers on each other. That what y'all are saying?
Yeah, and I think a Georgia-Ohio State matchup, if that were the matchup, would be all of Georgia's games are going to be like that. Every one of Georgia's games they're going to win a championship, probably uglier than we've ever seen a college team win a championship.
Yeah, and see, Ohio State gets the explosives. That's where they're tough. And like you said, when they're getting the explosives and they're banging it out, they're real tough, But Georgia always gets punched in the mouth. I mean, that's the good news about them not being totally dominant. They're dominant enough where they know how to come back from some mess.
And having been there before, I mean, you're talking about the matchup that I have, the 2 really good coaches. And the only thing that separates them is Kirby having been there before. That'll win it. That'll win it for him. In Mendoza, I mean, they protected him pretty well against y'all after he died on the first play. I think Georgia. I thought that kid was dead, man. I think Georgia it'll be very Ty Simpson like for Mendoza if that's the matchup. He not a chance. I don't think the receivers on Indiana. Ohio State will give Georgia a harder time because of the outside with the receivers. Indiana's receivers will get eaten up by the DBs. I think Mendoza would have to use his legs and get Georgia back on their heels, that pass rush a little bit back on their heels. But their line is so dominant, they'll be pushing his lineman right back in his face.
And I think that's the intangible with him, is that he can run pretty well.
I was shocked when I saw him get out of there. I didn't know. I'd only seen him a couple of times really that long during the game, and some snippets here and there because I only really watched the end of the Penn State game, but watching him against you guys was the first game I saw in its entirety. And I was like, man, this dude might be legit.
He's definitely legit. So, and he has good protection.
Yeah.
He has very, very good protection. So a combination of that, he's accurate and he's mobile. He's a force, I must admit. And honestly, whoever Indiana plays, it's going to be tough.
Oh yeah, they could easily win it. I mean, to me, there's 3 teams that I feel like will win this thing: Georgia, Indiana, Ohio State. I don't think anybody else got a chance.
I would agree with that. That's one thing I do like about the college football playoff is by the time you get to the quarterfinals, I truly believe that those tend to be the toughest teams, and you generally get some good football out of it.
Yeah, college football playoffs are good, man. College football playoffs are good. I'm glad we got here. As much as we complain about it and how they get the teams, I'm glad we're here because it was definitely better than that. Hoping you're ranked 1 or 2 and
Oh, bro, you remember
that
back?
crap we grew up with. Oh my, that crap we grew up with, man. And then you got a third team that's undefeated but didn't get to play in the championship game. That was terrible.
Shoot, man, you remember the days where at the end of the year, the polls would come out and
You're
be like
waiting.
championship, and then or we
Yep.
have co-champions, and
Yep.
it was just a vote, and then everybody
Yep.
just played their bowl game. Like, what the heck? How was this?
Oh yeah,
a-
the AP and UPI.
Yep, you
Yeah.
remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
it
Yep.
took a long time to get away from that, and I don't understand why it took so long.
Me either. But at least this,
Money, man.
at least this
Money.
feels good at the end of the season. It feels good at the end of the season because even if your team doesn't win, you're like, at least we crowned the damn champion the right way.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because a lot of those folks they had tough wins. I mean, when you think about it, like I said, Ohio State's had a new quarterback. I don't know how they do that. They keep on winning these tough games, and they keep getting these. And they had the stuff with the whiteouts, man. Like the young boy they got, man. He's tough, man.
I can tell you how Ohio State does it. They get Bama transfers.
Yeah.
Hey,
I am never ever gonna get over Caleb Downs. I'll never get over it. I ain't ever gonna get over that.
Caleb Downs.
because they went to a better place.
He didn't go to a better place. He just got a
Yeah.
bigger bag. He got
They
a
go
bigger
to a
bag.
place where they can actually learn to win.
Well, that's what Deion said. That's one thing Coach Prime said. He said everybody's complaining about people going to the transfer portal. I'm doing a bad job. He said even if I am, that's not the reason why they're leaving. It's money. Anybody that don't believe it's money is crazy.